What are you gonna do?
I'ma fuck your wife.
I'm not gonna.
I don't give a.
For all y'all talkers up in here.
Hey now, say now. It's the biggest CEO in the building, you feel me? Yeah, and I'm back and I'm finna do a Q&A about my sister. For my Sisters Against Drunk Drivers business. My bestie will be asking me questions about my sister, about my life, about how we grew up, and all types of stuff. So yeah, y'all, this is my first video of the year, 2024. It's my year. I'm coming, you feel me, to shine. Tell my sister's story, you feel me, you feel me? Be her voice, tell her what it is, what it ain't. You know, tell her about what's going on in life that she ain't here to see. Tell her, you know, how her little sister's doing. You feel me? Just to show her, show the way, you feel me? To show y'all how I get through grieving on my sister and how it is in life, reality, you feel me? Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Other than that, you know, I just be living life, you feel me? Wishing things would be better and things could change, but you feel me? God made things happen for a way, a reason. So it happened, you know? But long live my big sister, aka DJ Byrd. This is my first video, like I said again, back with my Sister Against Drunk Drivers business. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let everybody know that I will be on YouTube. You can look me up under My Sisters Against Drunk Drivers on Facebook, My Sisters Against Drunk Drivers on Instagram, and we going up. So I'm gonna give you guys a backstory on what happened to my sister before I begin the question and answers, so that you guys know what I'm talking about and what is going on, and you guys can hear the story I want to be told, the story I want everybody to make a change. I don't want my sister to be called another victim of drunk drivers, so I want it to stop now. So that's my narrative, to push that I want drinking and driving to stop. And yeah, you just never know, you know? You're not driving for you when you're drunk anymore. You're driving for someone else, you feel me? It's just not safe, you know? Drinking and driving is just something that's just dangerous. Like, you're risking your life, not only your life, but the people life on the road, the people next to you, people you have in the car, the kids, the babies, everybody. You just don't never know who's on the road, who could be behind you, or what could be going on. I just really want everybody to be safe. I want you to take the right causes. If you are alcoholic or you do have DUIs and things like that, please go get them cleared up. Please go get help. Please, I ask that you better yourself, better the people around you, better everything you have going on. But yeah. So with that being said, I have started the Sisters Against Drunk Drivers. It's not only for sisters. I just named the Sisters Against Drunk Drivers because my sister was killed by a drunk driver. So to help other sisters and everybody else that are in my city tell their story, or the stories of anybody else that they've known that have been killed by a drunk driver, I started this organization not more than a year ago. My sister's been going 2 years. I started this a year ago. I dropped it July 10th when it became 2 years that she was gone. I had dropped it to let everybody know what I was going to do. I'll be having merch coming soon, so just stay tuned for that. That'll be coming real soon. And I started it, and everybody just, you know, followed it, became a member of the group. Everybody, I have like, I think over like 80 people on there right now. I just started this YouTube stuff in the name of my sister with my little drunk drivers thing. A lot of people asked if I could continue to keep going. How do I continue to keep going? What do I do daily to keep going? Those type of questions will be answered for you in this video. But to be continued, let me go ahead and tell you guys a story and read you guys the story I had wrote for my sister. The story starts like this. On July 10th, 2021, at 2:30 a.m., my big sister, DJ Byrd, and her friends, Raquel Hudson and Elise Taylor, was in a car. Elise was the driver, my sister was the passenger, and Raquel was in the back seat. They were at the light on Arden and Garden Highway, waiting for the light to turn green so they can go. Well, as they begin to go, Elise begins to go, and she goes. A red pickup truck with a man going 80 to 100 miles per hour running a red light comes and he hits their car, sending my sister and her friends into a banquet backwards along Arden Garden Highway. That's when witnesses found my sister, DJ Byrd, and her friend Raquel Hudson in the car not breathing. My sister, DJ Byrd, and Raquel Hudson both passed away on the scene. Elise was taken to the hospital. That was the first worst phone call my parents could have ever got at 2:30 in the morning, with my brother screaming on the phone, not knowing what to say and how to tell us. From that day on, our lives have changed. So I'm here to tell you guys to let's stop the drinking and driving, because that man changed our lives in a matter of 2 seconds. 2 seconds. He also changed his life in a matter of 2 seconds also, because he'll never see the streets again. He'll never see alcohol again, and that's sad. Because you think you had it or you can do it. You're no longer driving for you anymore. You're driving for the people around you. I would have not thought my sister would have been gone right now. When all of this had happened, my sister was 29 years old. It was 9 days after her birthday. She would have been 30. Like all the time to tell people about all the positive and inspiring things, to help people get through their days. My sister was just amazing. She didn't leave behind any kids, but she did leave behind 8 siblings, a lot of nieces and nephews, 3 godchildren, a grandma, and my grandpa, who has now passed away. She has also left a lot of people hurt. So my point of the Sisters Against Drunk Drivers thing is that I'm about to start helping out all the sisters who have a sister that was killed by a drunk driver. I want people to reach out and tell me what I can do to help. I want them to know it's okay. It's okay to speak out. It's okay to say the story. It's okay. We all have to start somewhere and speak out about our sister's story to be heard. Sisters to which your sister was killed or in an accident by a drunk driver, we have to say something. We can't just let our sister's stories get brushed under the rug like it was a regular car accident. No, it was more than a regular car accident. The person that causes tragedies on families was under the influence. The person was careless. So from here on out, I will speak for my sister. I will let people know how great of a person my sister was, and I will be the voice of my sister. I want everybody to know that I and my siblings will now be speaking for my sister. My mother and my father will also be speaking for my sister, and we will be the voice of my sister. We will continue to live on the life of my sister because she didn't leave any kids behind. So we will continue this journey with my sister, but she's just not here. But we definitely will continue to go on, live our lives, and everything we do, we mention my sister. So, like I said again, I'm going to continue my sister's story, and you're going to hear more about my sister. May my sister rest in peace. Shine in peace, my beautiful angel. And yeah, we're going to get straight to the video, the questions and answers. But we're going to go ahead and continue with this video. I'm going to go ahead and do my questions and answers and let you guys know a lot more about my sister and who I am in my life and what goes on and how we grew up and just everything in general. To be continued. She's going to be asking me questions. I have 10 questions. 10. For y'all. And yeah, we're just going to get straight to it. So go ahead.
Did you handle finding out what happened to your sister?
Honestly, I was asleep. I was in my bed asleep. I woke up to my cousin coming in, talking about some get up. And I was like, what am I getting up for? I'm thinking it's a dream though, so like I'm not knowing like what's going on. And I just hear like my mom screaming like, Clarence, come on, you gotta go. And I'm like, where are we going? And then I just hear like my dad rushing out the door and my mom is yelling like, your sister. And I'm like, what about my sister? I'm like still have sleep though, so like I just like grab my shoes, my jacket, and I'm like hold everything in my hand and I'm running out the door. And all I just know is like we were like go like fast down the street, and then the car just like we pulled the car over and we got out. But like I'm still not thinking anything until we got like to the scene and I seen like yellow tape and the emblems and the police, all of that. And I'm like, then that's when it clicked, like something happened to my sister. So then we get down there, whatever, and my brother's like, basically telling us like, she didn't make it. And then that's when like my mom starts screaming or whatever. And I'm on the phone calling my other brother that stays in Kansas to tell my other brother what happened. And then, yeah, so he was just like, she didn't make it. And then I was like, what happened? And then I seen like the cars down in the banquet. I seen the other car flipped over. And yeah, I just cried and we just screamed and we stayed out there. We got out there at like maybe like 2:40. It happened at like 2:30. We got a call like 5 to 10 minutes later. And we stayed out there from the time we got there until the crime scene was clear, which was around 11:30 in the morning. Yeah, we finally just left. We came back to my house, and I was kind of still in shock. I was just like trying to let it process through my head or whatever, because the day before I had spoke with her and I was telling her like I was gonna come see her, and then I missed her, and then I loved her, and I haven't been to her house, so I was gonna go over there, and then like to get a phone call the next day that my life has changed for the rest of my life and I wouldn't see her again was something that was really crazy. But yeah, that's how I handled finding out. I was in shock.
Impact would you like to set for your viewers, people to understand the importance of the movement you are setting for you?
Okay, so what I want the viewers and the people to know is that drinking and driving is something that causes pain. Like drinking and driving is something that if you were to hurt somebody or do something or get into a car accident or hurt yourself or do anything that involves other people, including the person that's behind the wheel drinking, you have to think about who you would hurt, the people you would hurt, how everything will plan out, because you don't never know who could be in the car next to you, who could be behind you, on the other side of you. So it's like, I want them to know that you don't have to drink and drive. There's a such thing as Uber and Lyft and friends and everybody else who can come pick you up. You don't have to get behind a wheel to think you can make it 5 minutes, to think you can make it 2 minutes, 30 seconds, however far you live away from wherever you're drinking from. So my narrative for this is I want drinking and driving to stop. I want the people who do it to realize like you're hurting people, you're causing pain. Like it's just 2 seconds, a phone call, a Uber, anything that can get you there safe instead of you hurting somebody else or putting somebody else's life in danger. You could just change it so easily. So my narrative for this and the importance, I want you to know, the important thing is that about drinking and driving, like that's my goal, is to at least, if not stop it, at least push drinking and driving a lot harder than what it is in the city that I'm from.
How did you and your sister meet?
That was my best friend. We shared rooms all our lives until she moved out. We moved here where we are now, where I stay with my mom now, and on the back of the door where we moved to, we wrote like Clara and Nene, little sister, big sister, love you forever, on the back of the door with cheetah print stickers in pink. We had a bunk bed at our old house. We shared a room together. We had a bunk bed there. It was always like good times, goofy times. We had fun, that was my dog. She'll call me at 7 o'clock in the morning telling me all her problems. I'd be calling her, telling her what's going on, asking, like, how can I change this? What can I do? She'll be calling me like, girl, come watch a movie with me, come do this. Yo, and then I get there, we watch a movie for 5 minutes, I look over, she's like my mama. They be sleep so fast through the movies. It's like, what did you tell me to come watch it for? But yeah, that was my dog. That was my best friend, We was in like this. We grew up amazing, Well, siblings fight, they argue, things like that. We would have our differences. We wouldn't always agree, but we would agree to disagree. But that was my dog, though, Oh, may she rest in peace.
What was your sister?
My sister went to cosmetology school for hair. She's done hair all her life. She was a manager at Rue 21. My sister went to school. Well, it came all in one. It was like nails, the hair, but she never really did nails seriously. She did hair seriously. She did a lot of people's hair. She did TikTok videos. She was a caregiver. She helped out the lady downstairs from her. She would always go live to say positive things or motivational things. My sister believed in God. And yeah, that's majority of it. She played softball. She graduated high school. And when she graduated high school, she went to cosmetology school. She took the test. She passed, and she was just doing hair for the rest of her life.
Did your sister have any kids?
No, my sister did not leave behind any kids, but she did leave behind 8 nieces and nephews and 8 siblings and 3 godchildren.
How old was your sister when the accident?
My sister was 29 years old. She was going to be 30 9 days out.
How do you mentally deal with your sister not being here?
That's why you take pictures and videos. I have a lot of pictures and videos of us, a lot of funny things, some sad things. I have pictures, just pictures. Pictures and videos is how I deal with her not being here mentally. And then mentally, I ask myself, like, would she like to see me this way? Do I think this is the best way that I want to spend my day? She wouldn't want to see me sad. She wouldn't want to see me down. So I just keep in mind of the type of person she was. And like I said again, I just watch TikTok videos and pictures. And I just laugh and I have good times, think about all the good times I had.
Do you think your sister is happy with the decisions for me?
Honestly, I do. I think that she's happy that I continued to go to college and that I am still in college now. I continue to go on with the things I proceeded to tell her that I was going to do. I never gave up. I think that's one thing that she looks down on me, is that I never gave up. Me, my siblings, we never gave up. Like, as many times that we could have said, like, you know, we don't want to do this anymore. It's not something I want to do. Our sister's not here. But it didn't happen, you know. My brother, he became a barber. My other brother is in Kansas, you know. Everything is just going as it was going before she was gone. We just continued and we just go harder. You know, we just strive and dive a lot harder than it was when she was here. But I think honestly that she's proud of me. She's proud that I never gave up and that I stayed strong all this time.
What plans do you have to keep your sister safe?
I plan to continue to keep going with my Sisters Against Drunk Drivers business. I plan to have merch coming out, sweaters, sweatsuits, jackets, chains, little buttons, rolling trays, all types of stuff. I have a lot coming. I plan to have a lot, you know? I plan to tell her story for the rest of my life. I plan to never let the story never be heard. I plan for everything just to go right.
What is the worst part about grieving?
Honestly, the worst thing about grieving is that you're never going to get them back. You're never going to be able to live the life you live with them. You're never going to be able to call them when you need them. You're never going to be able to tell them all the good things you've done. They're not here physically to see the good things you've done. It's not the same. It's not the same when you lose someone that was your best friend, somebody who was here for you all the time, somebody you could call at any time, somebody you can go over her house at any time, somebody who was just all in one. So it's not easy, but yeah. I just hope that anybody out there that's going through what I'm going through or going through anything worse, that you keep your head up and you go hard for the person. You make them proud. You do what they wanted you to do. And you just think about every day how things could be differently. But one thing to never do, though, is wish that you can go back in time, or you want things to change, or how would life be if they were here, because that's something that would bring you down even more. To sit and think like, how would life be if my sister was here, or how would life be if this person was there? It has you sitting around thinking like, what if, you know, things could be differently? But do you really want things to be differently, or are you just saying it at the moment? I think it's just a moment thing, because I used to tell myself that in the beginning, like, I wish that things could be different. I wish I can go back in time. I wish I can tell her not to go out with them. I wish I can have this. I wish I can do this. I wish this can happen. I wish I went to her house and maybe she would have never went. Things like that is things that I used to tell myself. But I sat around and I was thinking to myself, like, did I really wish that? Do I really want that to happen? Is this what I really want? Because it just brings me down the more I wish and want things to change. Honestly, I wanted it to happen. I wanted things to change, but it's like, you know, it happened. 2 years has gone by. There's really nothing I can do or say besides keep her name alive and fight and say her name say it loud and say it proud, you know? That's one thing I can
My dog lost her life and that
do.
shit hurt my
There's nothing
soul.
else I can
You supposed to be right here with me growing old.
I can
We got
change
caught up in some grudges we ain't wanna hold. And it
You
was
don't
hurting
ever
us
know
the
where how
most.
far
Let
the
the
story
truth be
can
told.
be.
Trying to keep
So
the pay contained,
don't
but
ever
it's
be
taking
afraid to
control.
speak up and speak out.
Anything you
Last
wanna
question
had, it was
too.
never a no. Can't believe the Lord
I
ended
was
your
into
life
this
on the
video.
road.
Don't
Held a
forget
bond
to
in my
like,
heart
comment, and
that can never be
subscribe.
broke. But it's different
And
with
I have more
somebody you
videos
love in
coming.
a
This is the
hearse.
first video,
And
not the
time don't
only
make it
video.
better, it's making it worse.
Yeah,
I've been
we're
going
going
through
up.
so
It's
much, I feel
2024.
like I'm cursed. That's why I
my
get
year.
higher than God when praying don't work.
Bye, y'all.
Wish my phone
Hope you
ring
guys
and I
enjoyed
could
this
hear you
video. I hope
buzz.
it's
Never
inspiring to you
introduced
guys.
as friends, cause bitch, we is
I hope
cousins.
this helps
Since
you
birth
guys
with
want to
this
speak
shit, they
out
really
and
know
tell you guys a
nothing.
story
Every
for
time I
whatever
close my
happened.
eyes,
It
I
does
can
not
picture
only
you
have to be for
blushing.
drunk
And I
driving.
know you got my
If
secrets you
anything,
took to the
if
grave.
a sibling
When
was
I got
killed,
that
or your
phone
sibling
call,
was
I ain't know
killed, or
what to say.
a cousin was
I'm
killed,
trying
an
to keep
uncle
it
was
lit, but
killed, a
I'm
mom,
missing
a
you,
dad,
Nate. I
anything
just
that
wanna
you
hear your
think that you
laugh,
would
I'm
like to
missing
speak
your
out about,
face.
that
It
is
ain't know
brushed under
about
the
them
rug,
late
that you
nights
couldn't speak out
creeping.
about,
We was getting cutty in the
please
laundromat
don't be
frequent.
afraid
Said a couple things
to
when we was
follow me
mad,
on
but we ain't mean
Instagram
it.
at
You
Sisters
lied
Against
on me,
Drunk
we just
Drivers
made it
and
right.
DM me.
And like
We
a
can tell
bottle
the story
dropped, I broke
together.
the pieces. Don't nobody know
Don't be
how I
afraid.
feel. I don't
If
speak
you
on,
don't
I'm
have
turning real
Instagram,
life. This
to
ain't no
follow me on
Instagram TV
Facebook
show.
at Sisters
Getting
Against
told I'm
Drunk
getting my
Drivers
feelings in
and
front
join
of
my
people.
group
And
and
I don't
text me.
trust shit, my
We can
circle's
tell the
smaller than
story
the
together.
peephole. Then I
We
got
can
the
let your
question why you had
sister's
to go.
story,
Like why you
your
come
dad, your
talk to
brothers,
me,
your
it's some
mom,
things I
uncle,
really have
cousin,
to know.
whoever's
Is you at
story it
peace?
is.
Them the
It does
questions
not
I be
only have to
asking
be
for. Just come
your
and answer
sister.
to me once and I
We can
won't
let their
ask no
story be
more.
told.
And I won't ask no more. Just come and answer to me once and I won't ask no more.